and we are getting treated like animals because people judge us by the color of our skin and the way that we talk. And we have a president that acts like a child and doesn't side with us because of the way he thinks about us.
So there's a couple different things that need to be addressed here.
I just wanted to tell you guys and say that I really hope you guys do side with us and you guys really do hear what we're saying for you guys, because all of us here are actually trying to fight for what's right and fight for our rights. And I just want to tell you guys that I'm scared for my parents to walk out their house because I might not be able to say goodbye to them if they go to work. I might not ever be able to say bye or see them again if you guys don't side with us.
First point, that right there is bullshit. Because I can, right now at this very moment, hop on my laptop or even my phone and speak to somebody that I have never met across the world. From damn near any country on earth. Japan, fucking Saudi Arabia, England, Chile. It's not that hard. So for him to be like, oh, I might never speak to them or see them again, homie, plane tickets ain't that goddamn expensive. Matter of fact, you can fucking rent a car if you don't already own one and drive your happy ass down to Mexico to see your parents should they get deported. Beyond that, all these people, whether they be illegal immigrants themselves or the lefties defending them, how did these people get so entitled? A few days ago, last week, did a video on the law that governs entry into the United States and that criminalizes the illegal entry into the United States. And the first offense is 6 months in jail, a potential 6 months in jail, and I think a $250 fine it was. That's not a real, high bar. That's not a huge deterrent. Like 6 months in a U.S. jail is probably better than regular life in a lot of part of Mexico. But that's not our fault. Point being, though, is that I went ahead and I looked up the penalty for entering Mexico illegally. The penalty for entering Mexico illegally is considered a felony under Mexican law according to Article 123 of the General Law of Population. Foreigners who enter the country illegally can face a penalty of up to 2 years in prison and a fine ranging from 300,000 to 500,000 pesos. Additionally, Mexican immigration authorities have the discretion to detain individuals indefinitely, and there are reports of unsanitary conditions in migrant shelters. So, you come into our nation illegally. First time, you're looking at a potential 6 months in jail, $250 fine. But these folks aren't even being sentenced to that. They're simply being deported. Granted, it may take a little bit. They may have to spend some time at a migrant detention center while they're processed and prepared to be transported. Nonetheless, they aren't even being hit with the full weight of penalty made possible by the law that governs this specific crime here in the United States. However, their nation, specifically Mexico, first offense is a felony. Oh, I left that out too. It's not even a felony the first time for the United States. It's a misdemeanor. Anyways, so first offense for Mexico is a felony, potential 2 years in jail, 4 times as long as our first time offense penalty, and 300,000 to 500,000 pesos. I went ahead and looked that up, and the lowest end of that 300,000 pesos is $16,000, $16,305 for entering that shithole third world nation illegally. Which, obviously, who the fuck wants to go to Mexico illegally? Who the fuck wants to go to Mexico for more than a few days to party? I don't even know if people really want to do that anymore because there's so much goddamn violence down there.
And I'm scared because of it, because they fought so hard to come here and choose a life for their kids.
Now, here is the other point that needs to be spoke on. Now, if his parents fought so hard but came here illegally, then apparently they didn't fight hard enough. The other point that needs to be spoke on is that if they did come here legally, which he is about to imply that the people he's speaking of are legal immigrants or legal citizens of the United States that are simply being targeted for the color of their skin, if that is in fact the case, then you need not worry that your family members, your parents, are going to be deported, because they're not deporting U.S. citizens. Period. But he wants to imply that. He wants to make that implication, because this entire show right here is designed to pull on the heartstrings of those who are more emotional than they are rational.
And we have a police department that doesn't do anything about us, and that we are here fighting more than they are. So I hope that you guys actually do hear what everyone in this center is hearing or talking about, so you guys can side with us and listen to what everyone's saying, because everyone is scared. I'm scared that I'm never going to be able to see all my friends again. I'm scared that their parents are going to be gone one day. I'm scared that all of us are going to have to fend for ourselves. I'm scared that one day at school that I'm going to get like held by people that I don't know, people that are covered, people that I can't identify because they wear masks and they don't properly ID themselves. I'm scared that everyone that I love is not I'm not going to be able to see them again, because even though that they're U.S. citizens, they don't care about us. They treat us like dogs. They treat us like animals. No one here cares about us because of the color of our skin. So I'm asking you guys, every single one of you guys that are sitting up here, to actually hear us and do something about it, because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of telling my mom and dad every day after school that, have you seen the new video of ICE pulling someone over because of the color of their skin? I'm tired of everything. And I hope you guys really do something about it, because I really do want something to change, because I should not live like this as a 16-year-old. I shouldn't be scared. I should be focusing on school, and I can't even focus on school.
And he gets a standing ovation for the waterworks. I'm sorry, but I got no sympathy for this kid. And, you know, there's probably going to be somebody out there that's like, oh, he's just a kid, don't make fun of him. Dude, many places out there in the world, there are 12-year-olds carrying AK-47s, committing horrendous acts. So, no, I do not feel sorry for this little crybaby fucking high school kid who is either defending people that are not supposed to be here by law, that have no respect for our border, our country, our laws, anything of the fucking sort, or he is crying about an imaginary threat. Because if his parents are in fact legal U.S. citizens, which I highly doubt they actually are, since he seems to be so focused on something happening to them and not himself, my assumption is his parents are illegal and he was probably born here, thus making him a U.S. citizen. But let's pretend that his parents are legal. They came here through the correct channels, da-da-da-da-da. Well, then they have the paperwork to prove it. They're U.S. citizens. They got their fucking green card. They got their ID. And how hard is it to just present that when asked? And I realize that there's probably a Fourth Amendment argument there, you know. I mean, and I'm sure that people will relate this to Nazis and checking papers and everything about that. But those folks were committing a genocide against people simply for their religion. Their own citizens. These are not citizens. These are people that never were supposed to fucking be here. So yes, we have every right to get them the fuck out. And if you fear that you may in fact join them, but are not in fact illegal, just show your papers. Anyways, y'all know what it is. Hit the follow button. Join me on this internet journey. I hope you guys are having a good day. Peace.